I've been reading a lot of news on tariffs.
अमेरिका ने भारत पर 50% टैरिफ लगा दिया है।
So the US cannot afford to keep this trade war going.
Plus, Donald Trump angrily announced more tariffs.
The Trump administration's escalating trade war.
Recently, a 50% tariff has been imposed on India by the US. Honestly, there is still so much to understand. How will these tariffs affect the Indian economy, and why is there so much talk around tariffs?
President Trump is dropping the hammer on India.
So are Trump's tariffs pushing the two Asian giants closer together?
So, tariff. What is a tariff? Simple words में, a tariff is a tax that the government collects on imported goods. As in, whenever a good is imported into a country, the businesses or the people who buy that good have to pay that tax. And as a result of these tariffs, the good then becomes expensive for the buyers. बहुत time से these tariffs have been a good source of income for the governments as well. But why do countries really impose tariffs? So basically, every country imports and exports goods. Whenever a country imports something, it has to pay money to the country that it buys it from. As a result, money flows out of the country. And the exact opposite thing happens when a country exports goods and the money flows into the country. Whenever the exports are higher than the imports, overall money flows into the country, which is good for it. But when the imports are higher than the exports, this means that the money is flowing out of the country. And this exact situation is termed as a trade deficit. In 2024, US imported $80.1 billion in goods from India, while exporting only $38.6 billion in goods. As a result, US had a goods trade deficit of $41.5 billion. Okay, let us first take a closer look at the imports and exports data. The major exports from India include pharmaceuticals, diamonds, textiles, shrimp, and seafood. And from the US, the top exports include crude, petroleum, gas turbines, and aircrafts. Okay. 25% direct. Am I missing something? So on July 31st, US imposed a 25% tariff on Indian goods, including sectors like agriculture, dairy, seafood, and much more. So basically, this all began on April 2nd when US announced an assigned tariff of 26% on India. But this was not imposed, and neither was this the final tariff. And with this tariff, US assigned a negotiation period till July 8th. So basically इसका मतलब ये है कि if till July 8 there is no definitive conclusion, then a tariff would be imposed. This deadline was not met and was further extended to August 1. But the real question remains is, why was this deadline missed? So negotiations are done to get to a midpoint for both the countries. India agreed to reduce the tariffs on certain sectors like green energy, automobiles, certain chemicals, and batteries. US wanted greater access to India's agriculture setup. Certain items like nuts, including almonds, pulses like chickpeas, are being exported from the US to India. US wanted India to lower tariffs on these sectors so that it would ease the burden of the trade deficit for the US. But India is not agreeing on these terms. Because see, now India is an agriculture dominant country. So now if the country starts flooding with cheap agricultural imports, then it would become even more competitive for the local farmers and they would get even lesser rates. As a result, it would be very difficult for the farmers to sustain and would also cause political unrest in these scenarios. So in a way, the government is trying to protect the Indian farmers. Because also if the price is reduced for the Indian farmers, the government will have to provide subsidies to protect them. And these subsidies will be an expense on the government's side. Plus, we also saw earlier that these tariffs are a good source of income for the government. Anyways, there were multiple talks regarding this same thing back and forth. And since there was no definitive conclusion and the deadline was missed, so the US finally imposed the tariff on India. Oh, so this is the entire story about tariffs. So they basically imposed the tariff to fix the trade deficit. I think I remember what I missed. India has 50% tariff, not 25. And what about Russian oil? Where and why does Germany and Ireland come here? This doesn't look as simple as I think. Okay, so I came across this data. US has the highest trade deficit with China, which is around $270.4 billion. Then with Germany for $76.4 billion. And with India, it is just $41.5 billion. So then these countries must have really high tariffs, right? But apart from China, which has a 110% tariff, the other countries barely have 15 to 20%. So why does India have 50% tariff? If it is just to fix the trade deficit, then the countries with the higher trade deficits must have higher tariffs. That seems logical, right? Now again, a second round of 25% tariff has been imposed on India for purchasing Russian oil.
The US president has upped the ante on his tariff war against India.
This morning, just crossing the wires, the White House says an additional 25% tariff will now be imposed on India.
Okay, now let us try to understand this first. So, India has the option to purchase oil from European countries, Middle East or Russia. Here, Russian oil is the cheapest. So, India continues to buy oil from Russia. But why does US have a problem with India buying oil from Russia? So, to understand this, we need to look at a different part of the world. There is war between Ukraine and Russia. So, when this war started, certain European countries, including the USA, wanted to stop it. And they did this by stopping all the oil purchases from Russia. Since the Russian economy works a lot due to the oil exports, so doing this will disrupt the economy for Russia and would stop the money flow for the war. And there are a lot of other methods that were also imposed. But India, on the other hand, continued to purchase Russian oil, which was cheap for India. So that in a way showed that India is willing to support Russia by fueling its economy. Now, why is the USA worried about Russia and Ukraine? This is where an organization called NATO comes in. It was formed in 1949, just after the World War, and currently it has 32 nations that are a part of its members. So after the World War, the European countries experienced heavy destruction. So the NATO was formed to protect these countries from future attacks or future wars. Okay, now US is the founding member of this organization. Now this is where the twist in the story begins. NATO has a very important principle that every single member has signed, which basically states that an attack or a threat to attack on any of the NATO members is an attack on NATO itself. This means कि अगर कोई भी एक NATO nation पे there is an attack or a threat to attack, then every member of NATO has to provide support to that attacked country, whether it is financial support or military support or health aid. But neither Russia nor Ukraine are a part of NATO. But look at this. Neighboring countries of Ukraine like Poland, Baltic states are NATO countries. So if Russia wins the war, then it will be a direct threat to these NATO countries and as a result, a threat to NATO. US being the founding member will have to provide military support to these NATO countries, which will be pretty expensive for them. Plus on top of that, Russia is a nuclear country. They have nuclear weapons and that would make the situation even worse. This would make the other countries question its power and authority. So in short, US might not want this situation to happen. So how does all of this impact India's economy? Yes, that is the main question. With the current 50% tariffs, India is losing a total of $25 to $33 billion in exports, which is roughly around 0.8 to 0.9% of the total GDP. There is a 30% drop in the exports to US. Now, if we look at individual sectors, then engineering goods have lost around $1.8 billion, followed by electronic goods, which is $1.4 billion, Garment industries and diamond polishing industries of Surat are also badly hit. Right now, we are in a tricky situation. We don't really know what is going to happen in the future. Will the tariffs reduce? And what happens if they are not reduced and they keep on going at the same rate? India is a rapidly growing economy, and that requires large-scale energy consumption. Russian oil comes at a much cheaper rate compared to other alternatives. So not using the discounted Russian oil might be a problem for India, but India also cannot afford to cut off its relations with US. So instead of choosing sides, India is using a diplomatic policy to have good relations with both US and Russia. There are further discussions scheduled on this from 25 to 29th August. Now, let us see what happens in these discussions and will India be able to hold its stand.